Rob fails to get the best out of Chris's car.
Without me being in there, I can't exactly see what it's doing and why it's doing it. I mean, I don't know if it's him or if it's the car. I mean, it's hard to judge, but it doesn't look very good at all.
Chris is getting frustrated and having to stay pitside.
What are you doing? You're just playing it down. Drop it. Driving normal and keeping a tight line.
As for Dad's driving,
all the time you were like kissing the wall. I'm like, what are you doing? The car don't want to go that high. Just stick on the racing line and...
Chris decides to tinker with the car's setup to improve his dad's performance.
Again, please. What we're going to do is put there's exactly the same amount of stagger on, but better trip, like real good grip. So it turns in better, because you're going round and you're loose. Now you're either driving like a plank or it's the car.
Towards the end of the race, it weren't loose.
You were going in slower.
I know I was.
Well then, so it ain't going to be loose, was it?
Why don't you just put me good rubber on the front?
Now you've got good rubber on the front already.
Already good tyres.
Rob faces 2 long months before Chris gets back to racing.
Oh, I've had enough.
Next up on track is 17-year-old Danny Wayman. Mum Alison and Jane Mitchell are there to cheer on the young Wayman wunderkind. Danny scraps like a stock car veteran, only to find himself the meat in a stock car sandwich.
Check it steady.
How are we doing?
You're down now. What a knob. Honest to God. I'm not having a new week. He knows how much money they cost. What's in lie? That's my new £400 crop. Gone. Jane, I can't come shopping with you next week.
Again.
It's the last chance saloon for Georgia Nietzschel.
This is the Grand National I'm going out in now. This is my last race of the night, so, you know, last chance to get a position. Feeling pretty up for it now. Quite excited about it.
Time to salvage some pride. As a novice, Georgia starts right at the front of the Grand National. Breathing down her neck are 31 hardened veterans. At the back, the 2 best drivers in the world, arch rivals Frankie Wayman Jr. and Andy Smith in his new super-fast car.
The big field of cars for this, the last event of the evening here at Birmingham Wheels, which has been an exciting one to say the least. And away they go again. The power comes on the big 7-litre V8 engines. Georgia needs to stay in 4th place at car number 320.
Georgia's holding her own against the big boys. She's on the pace, still comfortably ahead of Frankie Wayman Jr., who's storming through the field. World champion Andy Smith is smashed out of contention.
Andrew Smith making a bit of a big day of that.
As he rejoins the fray, Georgia, braking hard for the corner, just misses him. She's battling with the best of them.
Do this, you know, my stomach's just round and round and round. It's like a washing machine.
Then, every mother's worst nightmare. Georgia went airborne and hit the centre green at over 70 miles per hour.
Somebody else sliding out over on the far side. 2 of them, in fact. Looks as if they might well be out of harm's way, but keep the race going.
race carries on regardless.
Junior Wayne across the line in first place.
Frankie Wayman takes the Grand National. Arch rival Andy Smith fails to finish in his controversial new car. Victory, once again, over the Smiths for Team Wayman. As for Georgia Nietzschel, at least she's in one piece.
Did she get out, Jane, or did she still sat in? Well, that scared her to death.
That scared me.
TJ, Georgia.
Georgia's stirred, but not shaken.
Was that higher?
You hit the top of the bank.
That was cool, though.
Just sitting there laughing.
James is going to be angry.
She may be fine, but the car's damage is more than cosmetic. Dad is the first Nietzschel on the scene.
What's impressive, Georgia? Looks a bit of a mess to me.
James, the good news is, I'm all right.
The bad news is that... Don't look, James.
I'm just trying my hardest.
Big mistake. Massive mistake. Oh well, Georgia, you look to fight another day.
Yeah.
What, did she hit the grass bank?
Yeah, just over the top.
And I just hit the bank and I went right up it. Still had fun, though.
Yeah, it's nothing to be proud of.
That's not proud. It's just I'm still alive. That's the proud bit.
And that's the kind of thing you dread, you see. Especially the first night out.
Yeah, I'm all right. The car's a bit knackered. Still had fun, though. I really enjoyed myself.
You know, I was worried for her, but I think she surprised a few people by, well, finishing a race, having a good shunt and still being all right, showing that she's man enough, so to speak.
But that's not the end of the story. Frankie Wayman was in for a nasty surprise. Disqualification.
We've been altering the car all night and it's just failed the weighing after the race, so unfortunately the left side weight was over by 0.1%, which is all it needs.
For the Smiths, every cloud has a silver lining. The gap between the two rivals is now closer than ever. Next time, Cowley's back.
This is where I belong. Not at work, in a stock car, racing around a track.
But for how long?
30. Get banned again, that one.
The row over the Smiths' new car just gets worse.
Young Frank, he stirred everything up and he's been moaning and moaning.
I'm hoping Frankie, I think, well, drill him like he did last year.
And it all comes to a brutal head at the European Championship.